Ah, woo. Getting that first sip of pre-workout. It's like I don't know, it's like waking up early on a cool, crisp fall morning, or maybe when your girl steps fresh out of the shower. That kind of feeling, you know. That's what that first sip of pre-workout's like. As soon as it touches your tongue, mm, I can already feel the gains. I can already feel them. If it wasn't apparent enough, we're starting with the incline bench. 315. I gotta be honest, the warm-ups feel pretty fucking rough. Like I don't feel. I mean, I don't know. I feel like a weak little bitch if I'm being honest. So hopefully I can drink the rest of this, crank the music up even louder, drown out all my thoughts, and just have some really good sets. But just being honest, the warm-ups they felt a little rough. So we'll see how this goes. This is 315. Yeah, 315. You guys know the drill. Basically, three heavy sets here. Do as many as I can. And I last Thursday I had the incident oh hang on of failing on an incline with 275 on the final set to try to avoid any further catastrophe because that could have been really bad. And this can be bad too. It depends what kind of fail you have. If this is the kind of fail where you go to you push and you get it up off even a fraction off your chest enough to lock it on one of these hooks, you're good. Obviously, with free weight, you do that without a spotter, you're kind of fucked, which is what happened to me. But this, in a way, could be more dangerous. Um, because if you get pinned on your chest with it, if your grip slips or whatever happens, and it's sitting on your chest and you can't get it off, you can't roll it down your hip like I did, and then kind of work it off. I mean, you're fucked. You're stuck. So, in some aspects, this is safer, and in others, like I said, depending on what happens, it can actually be more of a fucked up scenario. But you know, hey, I'm experienced enough. I should be fine, right? That's definitely not going to happen to me. Says everybody before something horrible happens. All right, music's getting cranked up. Let me make sure I got the right weight on here. Jesus Christ, how many times am I going to have to add this same goddamn weight until I remember and, well, basically don't have to keep doing this? 45 times 6 plus two tens, and so plus 30. That's 300, and then the bar's 15. Okay, yes. 315. God damn it. You know what? Even louder. Yeah, that was pretty bad. You see, the important thing here is when you're dieting or fasting, anything even remotely in that discussion, and I've even heard Urs say this, it's important to keep pushing as heavy as you can. That's so safe, but it's important to keep pushing heavy weight. You know, my strength's going down. What I get 8 there. I think I think the best I've done. Let me get up out of here. I think the best I've done with this particular setup with 315 is I did like 11. I want to say at least. I think maybe even 12. We'll just say 11 though, just to you know not make me look too much like a inflation of numbers kind of guy. You know, I feel like the old guys telling you, back in my day, I benched 315 for 25 reps. It's like, all right, okay, buddy. But yeah, I mean, at least 11. But 12 is definitely, I think I maybe even had done that once. But so yeah, I did 8, and it didn't feel great. And I was damn sure I had 9, but it's just part of the process, dude. I'm fasted, I'm dieted down, and I got another 4 weeks, so it's only gonna get more intense and strenuous from here. But it's what I signed up for. If you, I don't know, man. Like I think, especially nowadays more than ever, people get so comfortable in their life in a way gets set up to be a cakewalk. You got to work a little bit, but once you kind of get where you want to get financially or whatever, uh, life kind of starts to get on easy mode, and then it can become boring and monotonous, and yeah, fucking challenge yourself. Sure, could I have just for the past 8 weeks instead of doing this intense fast, only eating 5 to 7 hours a day? Um, could I have not done that? Kept bulking up, and I mean, who knows? I might be getting this weight for 13 or 14 reps at this point. But it's a different challenge, and I needed it. I was getting a little too bulky. Um, hadn't lost my abs yet, but I think another 2 3 months of where I was at, and I might have. So, but anyways, that was rough. But we're gonna do 2 more. Damn it! See what the fuck I'm made of here. Hmm.
Broken bones are never gonna mend. I read it in a book I wrote. She'll never wanna walk again. She said that she'll never go, and now I see what she meant when she said, don't you know you can't just pretend that every night I'm gonna be there. And I'm so tired of being your only friend. Yeah, it's only fair. I don't care. I don't care. Those hurtful words, they break my heart.
Well, my hunch was right. Based off the warm ups, it's still heavy, and it's feeling heavier by the week. But it's all part of the plan. Like I said, the famous Heath Ledger Joker quote. I mean, summarized basically when he said, "Everyone loses their minds unless it's according to plan, even if the plan is insane and chaotic and evil." So it's all part of the plan. Even though it sucks, I'm not gonna lose my mind. I know after another 3, 4 weeks of this, we'll work back up on. We're still bodybuilding mainly, but maybe starting to get the strength back up again, and we'll just see how it goes. We'll see how the next 3 weeks go. But let's do the back down. Take the 10 and 5 off each side, and then 145. Replace that with 25. Do 2 more.
All my life, I've been looking for a savior out of time. Lost my mind, but I still have you. There's a price, every lie, it's a curse on you. Every night the darkness grows. I hear the stars call my name. Take me away. Farewell.
Ah, I'm gonna regret not at least trying to go for that one. Not going for one more, but I don't think I would have had it. All right, do that again in the drop set.
Call my name.
Ugh.
I hear the stars call my name. Take me away.
What a weak little bitch. Let's do the drop set. Let me take out some frustration.
Take me away. Farewell.
It's a good thing, a damn good thing, that I don't hit just chest on Thursdays anymore. Because, I mean, I'll finish with some lower chest. That's a little easier on the whole pec. I mean, lower chest is such a small portion of the whole pec in general. But again, that's at the end. I should be. Well, let me be specific here. My chest should be recovered pretty good by that point, so I think I'll be fine. But this is partly why I don't hit just chest on Thursdays anymore for a second chest day. I had been doing 2 mandatory straight normal workouts of just chest a week, plus sprinkling in chest a couple of other times at the end of other workouts, probably for about 4 months, give or take. And it's just caught up to me. But yeah, that's it, man. Let's do some shoulders, maybe some cable flies today. I've been spamming out a lot of the seated dumbbell flies. We'll switch it up today. Well, I went from feeling like Superman at the beginning of this workout. Granted, that was before I even done a set. Once I started warming up, that quickly changed. But now I feel more like Clark Kent. But it's perfect timing because, like I said, we're doing shoulders. Shoulders is the one body part, unless you're doing some kind of press. If you're doing a fly of any sort, don't try to be Superman. Forget it. Um, and oddly enough, I'm trying to go a little heavier here. I know that's probably stupid with what everything I just said on incline, how I feel. Well, we won't even get into it right now. You guys know, but I'm going a little heavier here only because the last like 2 or 3 times I remember doing this, I have it on 3. Normally I'd have it on like 2, and then you can add some little plates. There's 4 extra. I'd add 2 of them, so we'll call it 2.5. And I would do a lot of reps, and I'd even have to slow it down sometimes. So I bumped it up to 3. I graduated. I'm at a 3 now. Uh, Worst case scenario, other than getting hurt, it's a little too heavy. I'm gonna do 4 sets. If that's the case, I'll just go back down. But I'm gonna try at least one on 3 here. I think I can. The unknown here is, can I do all 4 and have it be justifiable? With the 4th set, I still have it at 3, but I'm only doing like fucking 6 reps. I mean, that's different. It's not a compound. This is an isolation shoulder movement. I can live a little more with a heavy compound of only getting say 5, 6, 7 reps for a couple or even 3 sets, and then everything else you kind of bump up the hypertrophy a little more, do more reps, more contraction, more time and attention. But on this, at least 10, 9 or 10. But anyways, let's see. Let's get fucking locked in. Okay. I'll do as many sets as I can with that weight. May have to go lighter. Just play by the set.
Hot days, old news, false stars, and cold truths. Another voice says you should quit, but you don't. But you don't.
Ah.
It never gets easier. It's only your heart that gets stronger. And you're gonna need her in the dark, at the end of the world.
And now we're talking. That felt better.
Another heartbreak. It's nothing new. The worst pain is nothing next to you. Another voice says you should quit, but you don't. But you don't. It never gets easier. It's only your heart that gets stronger. And you're gonna need her in the dark, at the end of the water.
Oh, fucking motherfucking bitch. That was good. Yeah, that was good. 2 triceps. Come on, man. Fuck. Ah, yeah. Come on, man. Shit. Motherfucker. That last rep got me. I wish I'd went a little heavier, but my right elbow's a little tender. So I mean, I had been putting this on 7. You guys probably can't even see, but I'd been putting it on 7. I got on a 6.5 now, so I didn't go much lighter. But I would like to that would have been in the 10 to 12 rep range rather than 15, which is what I did. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. My elbow's a little tender. I'm wondering. I think it's several things, honestly. Just overuse, really. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't want to. I don't want to overthink it. Sometimes it's better to underthink it. Just do the work. I knew my elbow was tender. Go just a touch lighter. Maybe do 3 or 4 more reps or whatever. Maybe not even do that. If it's real bad or move to something else. You know what I mean? But that was 2. Let's switch this and go. Oh, maybe. Well, I'll switch this once it doesn't get the best of me. I'll grab the rope. Like I said, I'll go the rope attachment, the instability in the grip and in your hands makes it harder. I don't always like to do it. Actually, normally I would prefer not to and use something more stable. That way I can lift more and use more force in my triceps and you know what I mean, more isolation. I don't have to worry about a rope moving. But on days like this where my elbow's tender, like I said, it'll force me to go lighter. I'll slow it down, really just squeeze and but yeah, let's grab the rope. I'll do 2 more drop set and then on the next. No mas. Mercy. That's fucking good. My triceps feel phenomenally fucking horrible. You can make sense of that yourself, but that's how they feel. It's a wonderful but terrible feeling. I don't even know where to put them. Ah, all right, let's wrap this up with, you guessed it, chest dips. Just some fucking chest dips. Mm. Ah. Mm. 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 Ah. Mm. Shit. Mm. 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 Ah. Mm. Mm. Ah. Mm. Ah. Ah. Mm. Mm. Ah. It kind of feels really good to be able to do this and barely get over 10 reps. I'm not even sure I got over 10 on the third set. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'm in another fucking dimension. But luckily, I'm done. That's the last set. I really feel like being able to add this 25, gonna be able to unlock some new. I mean, obviously, I'm adding weight. You know, it really is all about intensity. Whether you're doing a set of 5, in my opinion, and again, it's just an opinion. Don't fucking freak out. But if you're doing a set of 5 or a set of 25, as long as it's really intense and you're pushing it to failure or within a rep or two on most sets, maybe every now and then go to failure. As long as you're doing that, true failure. Too. Don't be trying to turn into Daniel Day Lewis in here and put on your best acting performance. And try to make it look like you're hitting failure or close. A true gymaholic, we'll call him. Be able to spot that a mile away. But if you're truly going to failure, or again, like I said, within a rep or two on at least half the sets, and then maybe the other half, you're hitting failure or knocking on the door, um, you're going to see some results. And then in time, you'll be able to feel and tell. It's like, all right, I'm doing maybe one more rep or two more reps or three more reps, whatever. Add a little weight, just progressive overload. It's kind of very simplistic, but it's been around for a while because it works. Obviously, there's other ways and other forms of training, but we're just putting on muscle. The most simplistic form, what I just said, and it works. Let's go check the pump. Damn it. Hey, bub, did you get your protein in today? Did you hit your macros? Huh? You been hitting the gym hard? Or you been a little pussy? A little pussy boy. He's back. He's back. Making sure we're on track. Terrorizing us, but also keeping us in line. Oh man, look at that. Man, I absolutely love the pump that this day gives me. It could just be, like with anything, like when you buy that nice new shiny toy, the new car, the new house, whatever. When it's fresh and new is when it feels the best. And maybe that's what's going on here. I've only been doing chest, shoulders, and triceps together every Thursday for about what, a month now, maybe a little longer, a little less, around a month. Um, and it's just, I don't know, man. The pumps they just feel awesome. So what do you say we just get right into this shit and get a little look, a little peek.
Did you forget who you are? Did you forget where you came from? Are you still carrying that same gun? Will you still shoot it at my heart? Did you forget? How could you forget? How could you forget? We were born in the same breath. You can still smell me on your skin. Don't pretend. How could you forget? Did you forget who you are? Did you forget where you came from? Are you still carrying that same gun? Will you still shoot it at my heart? Did you forget? How could you forget? How could you forget? We were born in the same breath. You can still
You can fight the inner demons, or you can embrace them. What do I mean by that? Well, kind of exactly what it said. You fight them, you try to stay them off, um, fight the voices, or like I said, you can embrace it and use it as fuel for your fire. Now, that doesn't mean go demonic and fucking feral and be a lunatic. Maybe just on the sets in here. That's when you kind of unleash all that. But it means the dark thoughts, if you have them, use them for motivation. Motivation comes and goes. That's why discipline is the main thing you need to form. But you can always use these thoughts to push you harder, keep you going on during the times where it's tough. And that's partly when those thoughts start to come in. Maybe you're struggling with something outside of the gym, or even in here. Yeah, this can get you down if it's not going like you want, and you start to have uh, negative thoughts. But if you use it as fire or as fuel for your fire, that can be a way to manipulate those thoughts in a for a force of good. You know, um, kind of like the Force in Star Wars. And I'm not deep on my Star Wars lore, but you have the dark side, the light side, and Anakin is like a prime example of he felt the dark side, as they all do. Um, but it kind of consumed him. That's what you don't want to happen. You don't want the negative thoughts, the dark thoughts to consume you so much that it changes you in a bad way or affects you in a bad way. But like I said, you can use them for good. You know. Um, but anyways, good day. That's it. Tomorrow I'll rest up. If I come in here, I have been hitting arms, just buys and tries the past 2 Fridays. I won't do that tomorrow. I got to get a haircut. Got to go to work, get a haircut. If I have time, I might do cardio. If not, I'll try to come in at least Friday or Saturday, basically. Get some cardio in. So if I can't tomorrow, I'll do it Saturday. 30, 45 minutes. Um, but that will not be on here. So I will see you guys Sunday for back day.